Okay, well, we'll call the meeting to order of the Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Commission. Let's do a roll call of the commissioners to see who's here and who has to be seated. So Lee Reichert is here. Raul?
Yeah.
Dennis?
I'm here.
Okay. Michael Finiguera, I think, has said he won't be here.
Correct.
Bill Wright?
Here.
Okay. Nick Salerno?
Not here.
Nick said he would be here, but he apparently is not. So, but I think we have enough members for a quorum.
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right. So,
Did you miss Raoul?
no, I got Raul.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. So we have Lee, Raul, Dennis, and Bill. Okay. So the first order is on item 3, new business, IW 21-01, PMIG Properties LLC, owner Jeanette LLC, applicant Dieter Gardner, agent, seeking a permit for construction of a gas station convenience store with associated parking and site improvements. Approximately 2,200 square feet of wetlands fill and fill activity within the upland review area. Property is located on 54 South Broad Street, Pawcatuck. Assessors map 14, block 2, lot 6, zone LS5. We will schedule this for a site walk. Do we know the date of the site walk?
Oh, sorry about that. Hold on.
I believe it's the 27th.
Yeah, it's February 27th.
So the site walk will be scheduled for February 27th. Going on to old business. There's somebody with an awful lot of background noise. Maybe they want to mute themselves.
Yeah, that's fine. I do want to mention that the application needs to be called to public hearing because there is approximately 2,200 square feet of wetlands fill involved.
Okay, so the public hearing will be
Still on the same date.
Oh, I see. The site walk will be a public hearing as well as our next meeting.
No, the site walk's still not a public hearing, but the application is a public hearing, which means anybody can speak.
Okay, so that'll be in March.
Yes.
Okay, so now on to old business, IW 20-12, Town of Stonington, BL Company's agent, seeking a permit for constructing sidewalks along the south and north side of South Broad Street, US Route 1, between Spellman Drive and Mayflower Avenue. 2 wetland areas are designated in this project. Partial sidewalk construction is within the upland review area. Replacement of an existing head wall and extending an existing pipe within the wetlands. The areas are located on South Broad Street, Pawcatuck. Assessors map 14, block 2, lots 4, 7, and 8. Map 14, block 1, lot 4, and map 14, block 3, lot 1, zone LS5 and GC 60. Let's see. So I forget who would be speaking for the project for this town. Is that Susan?
Susan Cullen is for the town and Steve Frazier is for BL Companies.
Okay. Okay, so I guess it would be either Susan or Steve will take us through the project. Okay.
Susan, I can give an intro and go over everything unless you have something to say.
Go right ahead, Steve.
Okay. Let me just share my screen so I can show the PDF. All right. Are you able to see the PDF plan here?
Yes. I can.
Okay. All right. So again, Steve Frazier with BL Companies out of our Hartford office. I'm a licensed professional engineer in the state of Connecticut, presenting the sidewalk improvements in Pawcatuck along South Broad Street. The project limits for this project stretch from Spellman Drive down by the high school northward to just past the Pawcatuck Shopping Plaza. That limits are at Mayflower Avenue. The limits are long, and it's really meant to, the whole purpose of this project is improving the pedestrian safety through the corridor. So there are existing sidewalk gaps where there are no sidewalks. And this project is, we're going to close those gaps. We're going to construct new sidewalks in those areas. And just to go over how we were going to do that, where we can, we would put the sidewalk, which would be 5 feet wide, new sidewalk, separated by a grass strip from the road and the curbing. And that grass strip would be, about 2 feet wide. However, there are a number of areas where that wasn't appropriate, whether it's for impacts reasons. There are areas where we have the sidewalk right up against the road. So it's the ending of the road. The curb is monolithic with the sidewalk. It's all one piece. Through this corridor, there are a lot of utilities as well, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but that definitely played into why we laid out the sidewalk the way we did. In terms of the impacts to regulated areas that this commission is most concerned with, on the screen right now is the first area that we want to go over. Just to orient yourself, this location here is the Sunoco gas station. And this property right here is 56 South Broad Street. So we're looking at an area of wetlands that we hired Davison Environmental to go out, flag the wetlands back in May of 2020, at least within the project limits. And this area, as well as the next area that I will go over, are the two wetland areas. The improvements that are around this particular wetlands area are new sidewalks. As you can see from the plan here, there's an existing sidewalk that ends, and then continuing to the north, there is no sidewalk. Our proposal is to build a new sidewalk that is right up against the road. So in this area, the sidewalk will be 5 feet of concrete with a 6-inch concrete curb, and then it's the road. We're really not changing the edge of road at all. It does require us to build that new sidewalk within the upland review. This line that has Fs, that's really showing the soil disturbance that would be needed in order to construct that sidewalk. And so the F stands for fill. So when we construct this sidewalk, there will be a small amount of soil placed in this area to smooth over any construction impact, and then it will be topsoiled and seeded. There is an existing utility pole, and so our proposal is reconstructing a small portion of the end of the existing sidewalk here, making it monolithic with the road. So in this stretch, it is slightly wider, but it's to make that connectivity to the old sidewalk and go around the utility pole. We're not impacting the wetlands here. This work is occurring within the upland review. And during construction, there will be sedimentation control system placed behind the anticipated slope limits to help with erosion control. Just calling out, there is a couple catch basins at the edge of road in this area that we're not touching. They're going to remain as is. We will put sedimentation control within those catch basins during construction. to catch any construction-related erosion material, so that that doesn't go into the water. I believe that's it for this location. The next location is moving, I guess, eastward or northward on US Route 1. Oh, sorry.
Steve, can I just ask, this is Lee Reichert. I just ask a
Yeah.
quick question.
Sure.
On the drawing that you here, the shaded strip, what is that?
This right here, so in order to cleanly construct the curb and the sidewalk, we're gonna saw cut the road 2 feet out from the existing edge of road and reconstruct that 2-foot strip of road in order to cleanly construct the curbing and the sidewalk. So
I
that
see.
gray area is reconstructed road.
I see. Thank you.
Moving to the next area, this is a wetlands area across the street from the Pawcatuck Shopping Plaza. The plaza, for your orientation, is where I'm circling my mouse right now. It's on the northern side of the page. So there's a lot of different things going on in this stretch of Route 1. And to get the sidewalks through here, this was the narrowest and the trickiest spot for us to work with. We came up with a couple different solutions. One of them is to build the sidewalk right up against the road, similar to the previous location. It's going to be monolithic. Again, that gray strip is the reconstructed road to get that sidewalk in. We're also in this stretch of road, moving to the right-hand side of this page, northward. We were able to take advantage of an existing wider shoulder in the road, and so we're actually building the sidewalk in closer to the middle of the road, reducing that wider shoulder to about 3 feet, and that allowed us to build the sidewalk through here, not impact any of these utility poles, and maintain all of the stone walls that are on the properties through here. So there's a number of benefits, and we're still able to get a 3-foot shoulder, and the travel lanes will still be 11 feet. The shoulder helps with the drainage, collecting that down to this low point, local low point. As far as the wetlands go, I'll zoom in here. This light gray square is the existing head wall of a pipe. And just to get our sidewalk constructed, we would need to relocate that. So what we're proposing is extending that pipe out 18 feet and constructing the new head wall to allow the drainage water to flow through it and continue on its way. This pipe actually drains from south to north. So the water goes in the pipe through under US Route 1, under the plaza, and then outlets, I believe, to the northwest side of the plaza. The reason we extended this pipe is one, because of the sidewalk construction, and two, we extended it farther out to get this concrete end wall, or head wall, I should say, out of the clear zone of the road. And the clear zone is a recoverable area where if vehicles were to inadvertently leave the travel way, they have enough time to recover back to the road. And usually you want to have that area clear of drop-offs as well as blunt ends. And so this concrete end wall, or head wall, excuse me, it does present a drop-off, so we wanted to get that out of the clear zone. So in order to construct this, they're going to excavate, remove the existing concrete head wall. They're going to extend the pipe and place the new concrete head wall there. They're going to cover it with soil fill, and then it will be treated with topsoil over it, and then there will be turf establishment placed for seeding. In the particular area where there is wetland impacts, there will need to be, we're proposing to put a wetland grass mix. And just to go over a couple of the different symbols, you know, this line with the F through here just indicates the limit of our soil disturbance to get all the grading that we need to get this pipe in, as well as the sidewalk. It's a fill. And then where it changes to a C, that's a cut where the earth is going to be excavated out. And in this area where there's a cut, we needed to excavate that out in order to grade the existing ground down to the proposed inlet invert elevation. This image here kind of shows it, you know, slicing it in half, looking at it from the side. So this is the new concrete head wall with the grading, and then the drainage continues underneath Route 1 and under the plaza. The last portion that I want to highlight is we're proposing to place a new catch basin right at the edge of road. There currently is no catch basin in this area, at least on this side of the road. What happens is the water, most of the water comes down from Lathrop, which is just to the north of here. It comes down Lathrop, comes around the corner, and then flows down the road on this side. There is no curbing through here existing. However, the existing grades of the road actually act as curbing, because when the edge of road comes down, the grading actually starts building back up. And so what we're doing is we're gonna establish curbing through here to help with the sidewalk construction and minimize erosion issues. But now that we're, you know, the natural area where water would flow into this wetlands area is now being blocked by that curb. And so we want to, or we're going to place a catch basin here to catch that water that was previously flowing over the ground and into the pipe. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. During, again, same thing with as the other previous site, when they construct this sedimentation control system will be placed at the limits of the grading to help with the erosion. I believe that is the project. Just to give you a timeline of what we're looking at, we're hoping to complete design this spring, and you know, working with the town, and Susan will figure out whether it's going to be all or some of these sections that will be constructed. It's dependent on the available funding. But the hope is to get construction started and completed this year. By the fall would be the completion date.
Just out of curiosity, were you starting more towards Mayfield, or were you starting down, or was just an Oakland station?
In terms of how construction would occur?
Correct.
I guess we would leave that up to the contractor. We don't have a particular order of when and where the construction should occur. We would give them guidelines in terms of impacting traffic. And we're also going to give a guideline of where, if there are existing sidewalks, they need to maintain an accessible path if they're being stopped. But that's really about it in terms of construction requirements.
Thank you.
All right, are there any other questions for Steve or for Susan? No? I think the project is well conceived and will make a big improvement along Route 1.
Thank you.
There was one issue about the eastern ribbon snake. Is that something that should concern the Wetlands Commission?
I can actually jump in and respond. So we did coordinate with the Natural Diversity Database, and the eastern ribbon snake is known to have a habitat in the larger wetland area that is, kind of back in this area, and then it flows to the south and in this area. Following their recommendations, what we're going to do is have a notice to contractor in the contract documents, as well as a couple notes in the plans that'll say, please keep an eye out for this snake. Part of the what they asked for was like an awareness program to be established so that the contractor knows when they need to be aware of it, and if they're doing work out here and they see it, to relocate it and contact DEEP. So we'll have a notice to contractor to let them know that they need to do that.
Okay. Okay. Any of the commissioners have any questions? If not, I need a proposal from one of them.
Hey, I'll read this one. As the application will not significantly impact or adversely impact the wetlands and water courses, and there is no character or in degree of injury to or interface with safety, health, and in some use of property which is caused or threatened by the proposed regulated activity, a motion to approve the application with stipulations. 1, staff shall be notified prior to the start of construction to inspect sediment erosion control measures. And 2, all 4 recommendations by the town engineer are to be implemented at the site plan.
I'll second.
Wow, we're getting a lot of feedback from someone. All right, let's have a roll call vote. Lee Reichert votes aye.
Aye.
Raoul?
Aye.
All right, Dennis?
Aye.
And Bill?
Aye.
All right, the motion is carried. Thank you very much, Stephen. Excellent presentation. And Susan, thank you for your shepherding this through for the town.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks very much.
All right, now on to IW 20-13, North Star 2 LLC, Arthur H. Hayward, Jr., PLS agent, seeking a permit to demo and reconstruct a single-family residence and barn, grading being the only activity located in the Upland Review area. Property located at 509 Wheeler Road, Stonington, Assessor's Map 87, Block 1, Lot 2, Zone RR 80. Art, would you like to take us through this proposal? We seem to have, yeah. Arthur's there. Are you, you have to unmute yourself, Arthur.
Okay, how about that now?
Hey, now we got you.
There you go. Gee, I just finished. The property is a 9 plus acre piece of property. It's been an existing farm for a couple of 100 years. The house had over a period of time had collapsed in on itself, and as did some of the barns that you would have seen when you came out to the site on the on-site inspection. The proposal is to construct a new cottage in the general area of what was the existing house. Right now, the house would be new house would be about 150 feet from the wetland edge. There is just the normal site disturbance for digging foundation, that type of thing. You would have noticed that we had already installed erosion control on the downhill side. the equipment barn, which is located to the north, has, we have some grading in that area going westerly. Because over the period of years, as it's been a working farm, the farmer would have relocated rocks and piled it up. So we're going to smooth that out, and that's what the plan indicates. This area at one time had been an orchard, and the plan is to plant new, create a new orchard. There's an orchard there. There are a couple of trees, not too many trees, but they're still, we've left what we could, and we're going to be planting new ones. And that will be in between the house and the wetland. It's the intention of the property owner to continue the farming heritage of this property. This property and the property in the back, which is really not part of this application, but it adjoins another 170 acres, and there's no intention of developing the site beyond a residential home and then barns, and to continue to work the property and reclaim some of the area that has been overgrown over the years, so we can use it for farming. There's really no impact on the wetlands. We're not within the wetland proper. All the grading is will be shielded by erosion control downstream and from the grading, and upstream from any wetland edge. Pretty uneventful, but it's exciting to be able to work on something that's not being divided into multiple homes. Even though that's what I do for a living, it's still, I guess I'm showing my bias.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm glad it's going to be kept as a working farm. I think that's terrific. So do any of the commissioners have any questions for Arthur?
No, I'm good. It was pretty clear Saturday.
Right. Raul?
I'm okay.
Okay. Dennis? Or did you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, okay. What we need is a proposal from one of the commissioners.
Okay, I can read again.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll be speaker for the day. As the application will not significantly impact or adversely affect the wetlands and water courses, and there is no character and degree to injury to or interference with safety, health, and to the reasonable use of property which is caused or threatened by the proposed regulated activity, a motion to approve the application with one stipulation. Staff shall be notified prior to the start of construction to inspect sediment erosion control measures.
All right, well, okay. Who seconded that? Dennis?
Unitas.
Okay, thank you. This is Lee Reichert. I vote aye. Raul?
Aye.
Aye. Bill? Dennis?
Aye.
Okay. All right. Nick, I see you've joined us, but I don't think we need you to vote on this. We haven't seated you as an alternate. So the proposal carries for 4 votes to 0. Thank you very much, Arthur. We'll go on to the next application, IW 20-14 at 490 Al Harvey Road, LLC. Arthur H. Hayward Jr., PLS agent, seeking a permit for a 2-lot re-subdivision. No activity in the regulated inland wetlands or upland review area. Approval required per CGS 8-26. Property located on 506 Al Harvey Road, Stonington. Assessor's map, block 4, lot 2B, zone RR. 80.
Okay, just a moment of housekeeping here. Did you want to seat Nick for Michael Finagura?
Yes, why don't we seat him for at this point?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Nick, you're now seated for Michael. Thank you. All right, Arthur, you're up.
Again, this property is located at the intersection of L. Harvey Road and Route 184. It's a 4-acre parcel. It was approved, originally owned by Donahue, and was purchased by attorney Salvatore Rotacco and his wife Leslie. What we're proposing here is to divide the 4 acres into two 2-acre lots. We're not in the upland review area. There's no proposed grading in the upland review area. There's no filling. Any of the real grading would be going westerly towards Al Harvey Road. There would be some minor grading around the house, as one would expect around the foundation, but that's all that's required. And the wetlands had been, this is just a continuation of the original subdivision. So no impact on the wetland, as you would have seen when you were out there on last Saturday.
All right, good. Thank you, Arthur. Does any of the commissioners have a question?
No, I'm good.
No. Yeah, okay. Thank you. And so we need a proposal from one of the commissioners, not me.
Does anybody else want to read besides me?
No, I think you're up.
I'm up. All right. As for the application will not significantly impact or adversely affect the wetlands and water courses, and there is no character or any degree of injury to or interference with the safety, health, or the reasonable use of property which is caused or threatened by the proposed regulated activity, a motion to approve the application with stipulations. 1, the staff shall be notified prior to the start of construction to inspect sediment erosion control measures. And 2, any proposed encroachment in the upland review areas during individual lot development will require additional.
Thank you. We have a second, please.
I'll second it.
All right. This Lee Reichert, I vote aye. Raul? Dennis?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
Nick?
Approve.
Okay. All right. So that motion is carried. Thank you very much, Arthur. And that concludes your participation. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay well, everybody.
All right. On to the enforcement officer's report. Candy?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me pull it up. Hey, Raul, that's you making all that noise.
I don't make any noise.
Well, hit mute.
Let me mute.
Much better. Thank you. Okay, Candy.
All right, hold on. At an unregistered telephone address is Sunrise Avenue. It's a small little lot that no one's done anything with because it's wet. It sits behind on a lot that was previously viewed by this commission for an addition to a single family residence. So we knew it was wet, and it still had, in fact, some of the pink flags that were there. What had happened was an abutter on the west side had purchased the lot and had removed 2 stumps from fallen trees and placed fill in the site to even out the stump removal. Some of the flags were still there. I talked with Mr. O'Donnell, and he was a little aggressive at the time, but he, at least as of now, has stopped doing any filling. But I do drive by now periodically to keep an eye on it. So right now, as of now, there's no violation, but it doesn't mean it won't come back to us.
And what was the violation?
He placed fill in the upland review area,
I
but
see.
the complainant seemed to think it was in the wetlands area itself.
Itself. Okay.
Yeah, he had removed a couple of large trees, and I believe I sent you pictures of the tree stumps.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We now on to the minutes of December 3rd meeting. We need a proposal to approve the minutes as submitted.
I'm on a roll. Motion to approve.
Since I couldn't get my mute
I'll
button.
second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And the motion to approve the minutes of the January 30th site walk.
So moved.
I'll
Second?
second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much. Now we need a motion to adjourn the meeting. All right, somebody speak up.
I will move that we adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, and second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you very much. We'll see you at the next site walk.
Take care, everybody.
Okay,
Bye,
bye-bye.
all.
Bye.
Yep.